Hi guys, and welcome to Check Your Leader TV. Today we're playing Game 2 on Map 1, Scenario 1 of the Scottish Corridor Pint-Sized Campaign, and today's battle is an Encounter at Le Valtru. Okay, so this is a meeting engagement, and I'll just read you the background. This scenario sees the Führer Regiment from the 2nd SS Panzer Division launched their attack at Le Valtru just as the 7th Seaforth Highlanders attempt to move into the village and launch their attack into the eastern outskirts of Moen. This is a patrol scenario, albeit one with lots of support to reflect this encounter action. Both players must deploy 4 patrol markers on the table, but unlike scenario 1 in the main rules, they may place these anywhere along their friendly table edge. Both sides have 16 support points, which is a lot. The Germans will be coming down this road here, and the Seaforth Highlanders, the 7th Battalion, will be coming down this road here. And just to clarify, it's the SS that are attacking the village of Moen. Okay, so let's have a look at the table for today's game. Alright, this is table 1 of the Scottish Corridor Pint-Sized Campaign. This is what I've tried to replicate. So let's go over the table now and have a bit of a look what we've got here. We're looking now from the British end of the table. Okay, so the Brits will start down here on the road. Okay, let's talk about the actual terrain. There's a road that travels right through the centre of the village, okay, and there's also 2 unsealed roads that branch off to the left and to the right. Let's see if you can see them from here. No, I'll go down that end of the table later and I'll show you where they are. Okay, there's a stream. It's a minor stream. It no penalty to movement whatsoever. It's very, very shallow, and it's a shallow stream. Any vehicles going flat out across it may bog, but only if they go flat out. Okay, all buildings are solid buildings. We'll just go through what they are. This is a residential building. This is a storage building. Another storage building there. A residential building. That small building beside the residential building. This one here. This is a storage. So storage, residential, residential, storage, residential. All are strong stone buildings. Hedges. All the hedges that you see are very tall hedges. They're not bocage, but they are medium obstacle. So infantry crossing, 2d6, discard the higher. That's how fast you go. They block line of sight 2 inches either side. So if you're within 2 inches, you can see through it as far as you want. But once you get, if you're over 2 inches away from the hedge, you can't see through it. Stone walls. All the stone walls, except for a little one over yonder, are tall stone walls, over 7 foot tall. So that's that wall there, this one here, this one along here. They're over 7 foot tall. There is a low wall just down here. But other than that, all the walls are very, very high. There are wheat fields at the far end of the tables, and also at this end here. They confer light cover for troops who are stationary. These are woods, but the trees over yonder that have coloured fruit in them, the fruiting trees, they're orchards. Okay, and I do believe that's pretty much all you really need to know. Like I said, we're now down at the German end of the table. Unsealed road here, and like I said, sealed road there. Like I said, at the far end over yonder, that's the only low wall on the entire table. All the other walls are very strong and very tall walls. So they block line of sight and they offer hard cover, and you can't fire, obviously you can't fire over a 10-foot tall wall. And that's it, guys. That's the table for today's game. The orchards, 6-inch visibility in, and you can double inside the orchards, and 12-inch visibility if you're inside the orchard. I think that's all. And all the residential buildings are 2 stories, and that's it, guys. That's the table for today. Let's move on to force selection, and then let's get into it. Okay, so what I'm going to take today is I'm going to take 2 additional senior leaders. So two extra senior leaders. I'll explain why in a minute. I'm going to take a medic because, hey, everybody likes a medic. So Fritz will fix you if you need a medic. I'm going to take a additional infantry Panzer Grenadier squad because I think this is going to be, I mean, the terrain is very, very close terrain. So I'm going infantry heavy. And then I'm going to also take 2 flamethrower teams. All right, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 5 points, 16. So that's my 16 points of support. Okay, so the reason why I've gone with I've gone with an infantry heavy force selection is because I think the terrain is just too close for armor. I can see if I take a Panther, okay, that's great, but there's very, very little room for it to maneuver, and it's not particularly great at taking care of infantry, and there's lots of terrain that it can get bogged on, so it would be moving at 1 dice most of the time. If the enemy bring armor, well, my flamethrowers and my Panzerfaust will take care of that. I'm taking 2 senior leaders because it will give me additional flexibility to have a senior leader on either flank at any given time, helping out with controlling the troops, particularly when I have to activate my flamethrowers. So if I can put a senior leader with a pair of flamethrowers, I'm not going to have this situation where I'm choked for a 1 and I can't activate the flamethrowers. But that said, hopefully I'm going to be able to use these guys to do some ambushing, because with only 3 men per team, they are a little bit fragile. So if I can get them to pop out, hit the enemy, and then break away, then that's what I'll do with them. But I'm not going to dismiss the idea of getting them on the table, and if they can put a hurt on, then they'll do that. And obviously, an infantry section, well, Panzer Grenadier squad, that's throwing on average 18 dice down range, and if they can get within close range, 20 dice with the junior leader finding his Schmeiser as well. So that's what I'm going with. And the medic, well, I had a point left over, and medics are pretty useful. They deploy on a 1, but then they can be activated on anything from 1 to 4. So that's what I'm going with. I'll tell you what Rowan is going to go with shortly. Okay, so what are the Allied support options? This through the model, the miracle of editing. I didn't find out until after the game. I asked but now after the game I know what it is. I've front loaded this just so you folks at home will know what Rowan has, but rest assured I didn't. Rowan is taking an additional infantry section for 4 points, a Sherman tank for another 6, so that's 10 support points, 2 Piats, 2 points each, that takes him up to 14, and an additional 2-inch mortar. So an infantry section, a Sherman tank, 2 Piats, and an additional 2-inch mortar. All right, let's go back in time now and let's have a look at the patrol phase. So patrol phase is finished, and we've got one here, one there, and one there, and Rowan's Seaforth Highlanders, they've got one here, one here, one here, and one there. So, not unsurprisingly. So now we just need to place down our jump off points. So you move first, so you put down your first drop.
And I shall hopefully not break your chair.
Yeah, don't break the chair. So Rowan and I have finished, we've placed our jump off points. For the Germans, there's one here behind that very tall wall. There's one here behind this very auspicious looking building. And then there's one over here in the little clump of trees. And then the Seaforths, they've got one here behind this little residential house. They've got one in this lovely garden, and one behind the stream, the ankle deep. The only thing it will do is wet my socks stream.
Get your jocks wet.
Yeah. And so that's it, guys. They're the jump off points. We're both force morale 9.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's simply a matter of dicing to see who goes first, because neither has a...
we did that for first move. Yeah, we just did it.
Yeah, that was just for who moves first.
Yeah.
So now we roll to see who actually goes first.
Have a 2.
It's very impressive cock dice. 1.
Oh!
So that's okay. So the Brits will go first.
Well,
all right. So we'll do the first roll of the dice for the Brits. Okay, they've got a 5, a 4, a 2, a 2, and a 3. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5.
let's think this through.
All right. So Rowan's passed on his first phase, first turn.
Yeah.
What have I got? 3, 3, 4, 2, 2.
Pretty close to what I got, really.
Yeah, except you got a 5.
No.
3, 3, 4, 2, 2.
That's a good
All
deployment.
right. That's right. Well, I am going to try and deploy a squad. For no other reason, I need to find out if you've got...
I don't know about try, you can, there's no barrages.
Oh, okay, no barrages.
There's no
Then I have to deploy a squad because I said I'm going to.
Yeah.
And the reason I said that is because I was testing to find out, is there a barrage? Okay, there's no barrage. All right, so good.
Good planning on the German part, though. Barrages do happen.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
Brits do like them.
here's the thing that really... This is the thing that hurts the Germans. They were promised artillery support from the 12th SS, and they got none.
Didn't they have some self-propelled lads? Like Vesps or something?
Yeah, but the 12th did. They had two batteries of Wesps, but none of them were employed.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, youngsters.
Oh, they fought pretty hard, but still. Yeah.
So I'm going to put my first squad.
Yeah, so
right there.
squad was there, so it's stick.
So the first troops have entered the table. These guys here, they're behind a high stone wall. There's no point in putting them on Overwatch because they can't see anything.
There could be a comet on the other side for
They could be.
Could be, or
yes, with their engine turned off.
Yes. Stealth there.
So that's the Germans' first squad down, and now it's Rowan's second.
Oh, caging.
Second phase. Yeah.
Well, I would too in a peekaboo town like this.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh, another 2 5s.
2 5s?
A 4 and a 1.
Oh, I like one.
So you're halfway to a chain of command dice now.
Yeah. And a useful 0-6.
Yeah.
Okay. I think both of us.
So a 4 and a 1. You can deploy a team and a senior leader.
Well, I might. Most of the games are turned up quite late.
So Rowan's going to deploy the platoon commander with his map, with his map. And
he didn't get lost once.
And the ubiquitous 2-inch mortar team.
Right.
We'll
go behind the hedge.
They're going in the rear with the gear.
In the hedge, behind the hedge, because that's
hedge.
what you do. All right, lads, get behind the hedge, because that's what you do.
Yeah, and then
if I go to the hedge, I can...
the most dangerous thing on the battlefield, a young officer with a map.
And a willingness to use it.
Yeah. I've got this map and I mean to use it.
And a compass to make myself really lost.
Okay. So that is
the Brits.
Second phase for the Brits.
Oh, actually, I can't drop anything. You can't fire opportunity, can you?
No. You've got to have line of sight.
That's right, so
from someone. No, just throw it out there. What could possibly go wrong?
Or just throw it at it.
Yeah.
Hit a French cow, mate. I don't know.
Oh.
Triple turn. End of turn.
End of the turn.
A
5 and a 3.
Yeah.
All right, so.
You got the end of the 2, mate.
So that's interesting. The hair squad has come in. These are the ring-ins. And they're distinctly different because they've got smaller bases and they're all in grey.
I think they're from
no
unit,
camouflage uniforms for you guys,
and they're from
except for the squad leader.
Unit expendable.
Yeah, pretty well. We'll see what happens. They're from Panzer Lehr, we'll say. So they've been brought along. It's like, oh, okay. So that's my first phase. Now I'm going to roll 4 dice and see what.
A whole bunch of 6s.
Yeah. Well, I've got a 5. Two, 2 and a 4.
4.
Well, that's all right. That's not bad.
No odd dice though.
Yeah, but a 4 is good.
4s are okay.
So the from regiment we brought in the RSM, the Scharführer.
The Sturmscharführer, actually.
And they went 8 inches, and then these guys moved tactically 2 inches through the orchard. And so that's where we're at with these guys. Okay, so Rowan rolled his dice, and he's got 3 1s, a 2 and a 6. So this British section deployed. They went on Overwatch. Another mortar team came on, and then they fired a observed round by the infantry. They aimed for the road. It went 6 inches long, and it's smoking out the smokehouse, the little storage unit. Pierre's storage. Completely smoked out now. All right, so that is the British turn. So now we shall roll the third phase for Jerry.
Second turn, 2.
Turn 2. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so I've got a chain of command dice and a 1. Yeah, so that's 4 5s.
Excellent, he says, but well, actually.
And a 1. All right, so let's see what we're going to do. With my 1 point, I brought on Fritz the medic, and there he is. Fix him, Fritz. And then that's it. I've got 4 5s and a 1. Right. So Fritz the medic is on, and that's us.
And one thing we forget about medics is they can move
on any
number.
Exactly. They can only deploy on the 1, but once they're there, they'll.
I think anywhere 1 to a 4.
1 to 4. Yes. Yeah, 5s and 6s obviously are being used for other things.
So no, people forget about Mr. Medics.
Yeah.
So I've now worked out your points as a senior.
I've got 8 points left.
8 points. Well, that'll be a flame tank.
It could be a flame tank. The folks back home know.
Why wouldn't you?
Because they through the miracle of editing, they're already aware. All right.
Well, I raise your
3 5s.
I raise your
and 2 1s. All right. So you have a chain of command dice as well.
Yes, not to be left out. I have 10 remaining.
That's right.
Could be a Churchill.
Could be a Churchill. So just keeping track at home. 4 points and 2 points. So Rowan's got 6 points of supports on the table, and I've got 5 points, 1 point, and 2 points. Yeah. So I've got 8 points on the table. So Rowan still has 10 points up his sleeve, and I have 6. 8. 8.
Well, I'll be happy with 6. And
yeah.
Feel free.
Okay.
Oh, what do I do? 1s are good. 1s are good. I can throw some more smoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's funny. There was a thing on the. Did you see the discussion on the forum about like why don't anybody else other than the Brits have smoke based waters? And
but the flavour. That's the
but the main reason is because smoke is a really double-edged weapon, and a lot of armies doctrinally their attitude would be, do we want to devolve the use of this double-edged weapon down to the platoon, or do we want to keep it at company or higher? And so the Brits were because they were such manoeuvrous, the attitude was, no, we need smoke so that the platoon commander can exercise his initiative and manoeuvre on the field.
I think Richard Mr. Lardy did a good concept, I think, with the flavours, with their abilities hand grenade to give you the flavour of the attacking and the good machine gun and the Brits
the manoeuvring.
But I think the concept of that works well with the Brits with 2-inch mortar, because they kept it throughout the war, pretty much.
It
allowed the Brits to do the covering fire advance, so it gave them that tactic of, leapfrogging.
Exactly right.
Well, the German just hunker down 2 42s and says, come and get me.
But, you have other armies that go, hang on, let me get... I can just see battalion commanders, because doctrine is formulated by information brought up from battalions through regiments to brigades to divisions to corps to army headquarters to army groups, and then doctrines formulated.
Quick question.
Now you're not going to really, even though you get input from the lower levels, like lieutenants and stuff, at the end of the day, the people that are writing the doctrine or suggestions for doctrine are not lieutenants.
No.
They're normally regimental commanders. But anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it works well, I think, for the Brits and the style that they play.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now, with the rules, there's an advanced rule where unless you shoot from a window, they can't see you unless you're
That's right. You've got to, if you're in a building, but not at the window, then I don't know you're there. But if the minute you come to the window, then it's like you're peering out the window, and so I can see you.
Some of the advanced ones is you have to be within a certain range to see them. So if someone's got glasses, but
you've got to have line of sight to them.
Yeah,
I mean obviously.
Yeah, so none of this.
Yeah.
But if I'm on the second floor, I can actually see over the hedge.
Yes.
But I see.
So Rowan's used one of his ones and he's fired a mortar round. This time was bang on target, so it's right in the middle of the road.
As you do.
Yeah. Corona. And there's one left.
Yes. I'm tempted to throw the pier.
Thinking of putting a pier in that building over there.
But not at the window.
But not at the window. Just in the building.
If you get too close, you're like, I'm running right now.
Yeah. Just light it up.
Well, no, light it up, or I'll just throw some. Because one's getting people on the board is really.
Yeah, it's hard to get. Yeah, it's hard to deploy on one because you need a one. You can't make a
So
one.
we'll deploy just outside of the window.
Yeah, they're outside of the window.
We're having it. We're just loitering with it.
They're right there. They're near the window, but not at it. They're not looking out of it.
And hopefully there'll be a squad nearby if you come up the stairs.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll deploy someone.
So that's the Brits done.
So our Piet is out.
Yep. And now
German
roll.
German.
Well, that's a 5, and that's a 5. So 2 5s.
Oh yes, because you've
One,
got fancy.
2. I'm superior.
You're fancy.
Superior regulars or something. All right. So with the 4, he ordered these guys to move forward and then throw a smoke grenade. With the 3, these guys threw 2 smoke grenades. So that's it for the Germans. There's smoke all in front of these guys now. And now it's the British turn, I should say the Scots' turn. 1, 3, 3, 4. That's a good roll for Brits.
That's a handy roll, actually.
Okay, so another British squad has entered the fray.
And what I could do is I could do.
And the Sherman is deployed.
Yeah. I could use my 2 to do some concentrate if I get 2 dice, or I could tell my Bren team tap on the shoulder, shoot up one team. And then just 6 rifles into however you want to divvy it.
Yeah.
And then he'll come across, still gonna throw smoke grenades. And then fire a couple mortars.
So with 1-3, Rowan deployed an infantry section to the right of the hedged area, and on the other 3 he deployed his Sherman tank. And with the double 1, he got both of his 2-inch mortars to fire at the German infantry in the orchard.
Was it 1 HE round into the woods?
Oh, I'll fire 2 HE.
All right.
Well, two ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2 separate hits anyway, so first mortar.
Yeah. Okay. You're hitting on 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
Because it's
no
line of
yeah,
sight.
no, that's right.
Nothing.
1.
1 hit.
Just
okay,
like that.
so I'll just roll for the effect on him. 3. A point of shock.
I got a splinter, Sergeant.
12 dice.
And if he does concentrate and fire like lads, keep shooting.
Well, it'd be...
2.
Oh, you mean 5 rounds rapid?
Yeah. It's not the 2 dice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's another 2, but I think that would be... Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
We'll just check. We'll check British national characteristics.
Okay, so the British section had deployed, but it hadn't fired yet. Rowan wanted to fire with the mortars to see the effect of that. And then he got the section commander to fire at the Germans in the woods. He wanted to use 5 rounds rapid, but 5 rounds rapid requires the junior leader or a leader to attach specifically to the rifle team. So that means he wouldn't be able to fire the Bren gun. So at the end of the day, he just fired the entire section without any special national characteristics kicking in.
Oh, three. Only 3 hits.
3 hits.
As well. It should have been.
Okay, 3 hits, so it'll be 2 and 1. On the right. One dead and 1 on the left. Nothing. So just 1 dead. Is it a leader? No. So it's just the loader on the...
This one here?
Yeah, just take anywhere will do. So 1 casualty. All right, so they fired, killed 1 guy.
Oh my God.
The mortars fired, caused 1 shock. These guys fired, and then they threw 2 smoke. 1 from the squad, the section commander, and the lieutenant told another guy to throw a smoke grenade. So that's the situation now. First bloods to the Brits. They've got a dead German from.
The tank is coming. The tank is coming.
Yep, and the tank is like clanking down the road.
Double
phase.
Well, not a great dice though.
Yeah, it's all right. Because it's a 4.
Double phase is not what I wanted.
Yeah. So they're going to open fire on these guys here, hitting on 5s and 6s. Normally it'd be 4s, but the damn smoke. All right.
Much?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits.
Well,
That's about average.
3 on each, isn't it?
Yeah.
Blue is rifle and black is Bren.
Yeah. Blue is rifle. Yeah.
Yeah. And Brens are in the grey.
2 dead, 3 dead,
One
and
shock.
1 shock.
On. Jeez.
Yeah.
And 1 shock on the Bren.
Yeah.
No.
So 3 dead. Ooh, check your leader.
Yeah. That was good shooting,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think I did 1 dead.
Zip. Yeah.
3 dead. Oh,
Yep.
I'll get that in the open. Okay, so there'll be 3. Well, check my leader.
Yeah. 1, 2, or 3. It's a leader. It's a leader. Oh, it can only be the junior leader.
And he is 5.
5.
Lightly wounded.
Lightly wounded. So
there's
it's only
2
2
left.
dead. And the junior leader has been lightly wounded. Bad things happen.
That was good shooting back.
Yeah. 1 or 2 you don't care. And then
1 dead, 1 shot, 2 rifle.
Yeah.
We got the worst end of that, didn't we?
wounded junior leader.
Do we care? No.
2. No. It's like, no, we don't care. He's a bit of a dick. Corporal.
It's only a flesh wound, corporal.
Yeah, corporal. Like, we don't really care, corporal.
God, you get 2 turns of shooting now, though. That's...
Yeah. All right. So they're fired. That's used up the 4 because I'm not going to do anything else with them. I'm not going to throw any more smoke grenades or anything stupid.
So you got a 1.
So I've got a 1 left. What to do with the 1?
Hit back.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use the 1. I'm going to pass on that. So I'm just going to roll 4 dice now because we drop a dice because we're civilized gentlemen.
Oh,
4,
no
4.
ones.
That's okay. But a 4.
4's good. You can
4's
shoot
are good.
You can shoot again.
Yeah. All right.
All the round of shooting.
So utilising the additional senior leader, we've got the German Heer Panzer Grenadiers to open fire again and inflicted 6 hits.
5 passes.
Yep. Okay, 1,
I'll give it the one
2,
you didn't hit.
3.
You got plenty of hits.
Yeah.
Plenty of hits. Oh, actually, not as bad as it could be. If I did
6. 6 again. 6 again.
3 and 3.
Yep.
3 and 3.
Oh, I better get mine. Yours are black as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, but yours have got... Yeah, it's all right.
That's all right. Oh.
Just dump them on the
Here
table.
are the Jerry dice.
Yeah.
Cluttering up mine.
Okay, 3 is the rifle... the blue rifle.
is rifles.
Yeah.
Yep, blue is rifles.
1 dead.
2 dead. 1 shot.
2 dead, 1 shot. 2 dead. 1
Check my
shot.
leader.
Check your leader.
No.
But 2 more dead.
I shall take 1 off.
Yeah, it has to be 1 on 1, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep, has to be.
2 more dead and 1 shock. Another shock. So that's how many shock now?
1 on each.
Yeah, so they've got 3 shock on that many guys. All right, that leaves
There's
me.
just 1 more shock, isn't it? Yeah, there's just 1 shock on a 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, there's 1 shock. There 2.
And I wrapped up my phase there and handed over to Rowan, and he rolled his dice. 1, 2, 4, 4. That's a handy roll for the Brits.
Ah. Okay, so let's think this through. He's with a 9 of them, so he could remove 2 shock.
So on the 2, the squad that was here is Diddy Moud. They ran here, they rolled a lot, and they went 6 inches, but they picked up 2 points of shock, but they're now safely secure behind this massive hedge. And that still leaves a 4 and a 2 and a 1, something like that.
Yeah, a 4, 2, and a 1.
Yeah.
Actually, we can't see you now.
Nope.
And he can't see you now.
Yeah.
So I can't order the mortars to shoot because there's no one to see.
There's no one to see. No
So what better thing to do but shout at the men?
yeah, it's like pull yourselves together, and he removes 3 points of shock.
Shock and leaves one on the rifle.
It's one on the rifle teams. Pull yourselves together, man.
Oh, it's only
And that leaves a 2 and a 1, which could be a 3.
Which could be a 3.
Which could be the tank, maybe.
That could ruin
Clank,
it.
clank, 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 clank.
3d6 this direction.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I am, Scott. 9.
Well, 9 inches.
So 6, 7, 8, 9. Puts the tank there. And then we just rotate to there.
Yeah.
We go, hello.
So the tank is moving.
Can now see, yeah.
Yep.
We can see your...
Let's see what he can see.
Well, I don't know. Smoke.
Yeah, you can see through that. Yeah, you can see through. You can see through
I can see through many things, I think.
there.
I got a handy dandy turret if I say
Yeah,
which.
you can turn the turret. That's what I like about turrets. They're all turny.
And so
Shit.
we could basically see to here.
Ah, the hedge.
Yes, good point, sir. There,
There
we
we
go.
go.
That's better. And we can see your hello.
Yeah, that's all right. You've moved this turn. I'll get the hell out of Dodge.
Yes, I can see you.
Yeah.
I'll put the Germans over
All right,
there.
so the Brits have pulled back and the tanks come up because look, it's pretty nasty out
Oh,
there.
hang on, I remember my
yeah.
dastardly British guys. Yeah.
Oh, in the turn.
And the smoke goes
And I got
away.
a 5 and a 3. All right.
Oh,
And all the Overwatch comes off.
Look at that.
All right.
Clear's hedge disappeared.
This was just the moment I was hoping for. An end of turn, and so all the Overwatch comes off. So utilising the 3, I moved the Panzer Grenadier Hare Squad closer to the Brits behind the hedge, and then rolled my next phase to see what would happen. What I was trying to do was get that Panzer Grenadier Squad into a position where it was close enough to the hedge that it could fire through it at the British within the hedged garden area.
Yeah.
So they just moved
All
up.
these double turns. A
5
And
and
a
6, a 2 and a 4. Okay,
Two more.
so another 2.
Takes you
Because
5.
I'm almost a chain of command, I see.
Two, though.
Okay, 4 and a 2. Okay, so I've got a 4 and a 2. What to do with a 4 and a 2? So now I was in the very envious position of having a full chain of command die and only 1 point off a second chain of command die, an end of turn where all the enemy's Overwatch had come off, and I had 2 German squads very close to 1 British squad. Before I did any of that, I decided to burn a chain of command dice, and I ambushed with my flamethrower team and fired into the British squad in the hedged garden. Yeah. Hits on 4+, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8.
That's a lot.
8 hits in open, double shock.
I know, that could be in one squad because, well, at least it's a
Yeah. Well, or not. You could,
for one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, green team's black and the
Yeah.
rifle team is blue. So it's 8, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 hits.
Yeah. Well, not much you can do about that for double
No,
phase.
That's 1,
nothing.
2.
That's nothing.
Yeah. So it's 3 dead,
3 dead, 2 shot.
2 shock.
That's all right. We can handle that.
Yeah. Now check your leader.
Nope.
Nope.
So 3 dead. So
Yeah.
2 rifle, 1 machine gun.
Yeah.
And 1 shock.
Yeah. So he's popped out, and I'm not going to take him off. I'm going to leave him on.
1
Because
machine gun and 2 shock. Or
Yeah.
1 shock and 2. So it's 1.
2 shock because it double
No,
shot.
no. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and 3 dead.
Yes.
Yes.
So 2 rifle and 1
Yeah,
Bren.
2 rifle, 1 bread. Okay. So after the flamethrower had done its dastardly work, I was contemplating what to do next. I was looking at maybe opening fire with the German squad, but before I could do anything,
Someone just
going
popped
to interrupt, and before the squad lights them up,
fucking flavor.
They're gonna
Got
go,
3 guys.
let's get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, I was lucky it was only 3 dead and 2 shock. It could have been
Worse.
buckets of shock, which means I'm stuck.
Yeah, it could have been much worse.
So 3d6, and we'll just pull back because
Yeah,
some Jerry used the
Yeah.
flamethrower on me.
yeah. And they go
6.
4.
Doesn't matter. Falls away from the hedge.
Yeah.
Can't be seen.
Yeah, right, exactly. They go 4 inches back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Puts me to
Yeah,
there.
and they're now at 4 shock.
Don't care.
They don't care.
We are vaguely alive.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the Bren guy there.
yeah.
That's the rifle.
So Rowan used his chain of command dice, interrupted, moved back. At that point, I decided I would activate the German Heer Panzer Grenadier Squad, and I moved forward with 1 dice, and I fired at half effect, sending 10 rounds down range. So in summary, the situation is that the British are at the hedge, and I can fire at them because they are at the hedge, but they'll get the benefit of cover. But Rowan has made a calculation that it's better to move away from the hedge, get the Germans to then have to advance toward the hedge and maybe not reach the hedge. But if they do reach the hedge, the Germans will be able to be close enough to the hedge to see through it and thus engage the Brits. The risk being that if the Germans get right up to the hedge, the poor Brits won't have any cover whatsoever. But the Brits do have 2-inch mortars, so they can lay smoke. So that's worth considering. These 6, they got within 2 inches of the hedge. Then they're going to fire at half effect, 10 dice, hitting on 4s, 1, 2, 3 hits. It's because they're tired. 3 hits.
Like you shoot through the hedge. You're not behind the hedge. You shoot through.
One
dead, 1 shot.
1 dead, 1 shock.
And that's on the rifle.
Yeah. Check the leader.
It's taking hits though.
Yeah. No. So it's just a dead guy. Just another dead
Rifleman.
man. Yeah.
I'll take a rifle off.
So that left the 4, so I utilised the Sturmscharführer, and he ordered the SS Panzer Grenadiers to go over the wall and advance towards the hedge.
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
And I rolled a 4 and a 6, dropped a 6, and moved 4 inches.
Oops. Oh, the walls are collapsing under the weight of these German soldiers. He's thrown a smoke grenade with large command initiative, and that is that. And that ends my phase.
Double phase again.
I've got a double phase again, which has proved to be brutal.
Brutal. Chance my own dice.
Yeah. Okay. And what have the...
The 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's strange. I wanted to throw smoke earlier. Well, if you're in trouble, throw smoke.
Yeah, when in doubt,
You
pop smoke out.
You can't charge through smoke.
No.
You can't assault through smoke.
No.
Not the big smoke, anyway.
No. Not blinding smoke. Hand grenades, yes, but blinding smoke is like...
So just to clarify, you can't order your infantry to assault through smoke that blinds or cuts line of sight, because you need line of sight for your infantry to close with enemy. You could, however, simply move through smoke, and if you come within 4 inches of enemy, then you can go into hand-to-hand combat. But you can't order an assault through smoke, so the Germans wouldn't be able to benefit from their Handgranaten rule, because they would not be doing an infantry assault, they would simply be blundering into the enemy.
Well, even hand grenades might be tricky. Oh, I suppose not.
No, it's just... You can see, yeah.
Look at this area effect.
Yeah.
I'll show you the sound.
Yeah.
So, with that being the case, we'll drop smoke here and here. Well, actually,
Yeah, from the mortars?
No.
Yeah.
It's
like
1.
Save our souls with the smoke.
Well, that's what smoke's there for.
That's right.
So the first one on a 1.
Yep.
Do I actually use show the 1? Taking the 3. You only have 1 remaining.
Yep. So the 4, the officer goes, okay, pop some smoke, lads.
Black.
That's good chaps.
Blue.
Yep.
So blue's the corner.
Yep.
A 1 and a 6.
Okay, so the 1 will miss, but the 6 is bang on target.
So that goes poot.
Yep. Now,
Blue's
that one there, 1. So the 4 was the platoon commander. He's put a smoke round there, because that one missed. Smoke round there. He's given the 3 to the section here.
Drop a,
And he's removing a point of shock.
and ordering the Bren team.
Well, he's going to, yeah. How many dice is he going to move?
2d6 minus 2,
2d6 minus 2.
and they're going to tuck behind
Try
those
to get
lads.
behind the rifle
Behind
team.
the smoke. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
To just smoke.
Yeah. Fall in behind me, boys.
5, which is
Yep.
3.
3 inches.
3
That
base.
should get him there.
Yep. So we just 1, 2, 3 from the furthest to the
so they're all
closest.
huddled up behind the...
Oh, behind the smoke, lads.
Yep.
It's dangerous.
So that's that done. That leaves
A 1.
the 1 and a 2.
It's the tanky.
Tank, maybe.
Don't want to be close to that flamethrower, but still. What's the range of flamethrower? 12?
Second.
12 is the flamethrower, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, flamethrower is 12. 12 hits. The tank ignores the kills, but the shocks are doubled. So if you get 2 shocks on the tank, it bails.
Yeah, all these double turns have just been really hurtful.
Yeah, really painful. yeah, a bit like my last game.
No, because double turns, ambush, and face.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to shot you. No.
In the face.
But never mind.
Yeah.
On a 3, I'm going to deploy a squad.
Yeah, why not?
Because let's try somewhere else.
Yeah.
So Rowan considered deploying a 3rd Infantry Squad on his left flank, on my right, but decided against it and eventually decided to use the 3 to activate the squad that had been on the right flank and that had been caught in the open, but had retreated behind the hedged garden. So those guys then opened fire, and they were able to shoot through the gap between the 2 mortar smoke rounds, where there was only a simmering smoke grenade impeding their line of sight.
Okay, so the squad in depth is now going to shoot at these guys here. So normally hitting on 4+, through the smoke, hitting on 5+, and oh, look at all the hits.
Oh, the Bren did. Look at the Bren gunner.
Yeah.
He's a weapon. That was a 5.
That was a 5,
yeah. And a couple of just well the smoke.
Okay, so what's that? 6 hits?
6 hits.
3 and 3. All right, so it'll be 3 and 3. So we'll go whites.
One squad's got 4 men.
Yeah.
As in not lost anyone, but 1 shock, and one has
White
got
cover.
Oh!
Jeez, look at that. 3 dead
And 1 shock.
and 1 shock.
Okay.
I'll just check to see if it's a leader.
Yes.
It is, so it's not that one.
Well, yeah, if you want to take that one off, yeah.
And he's a light wound.
Hang on.
Do we care? No.
No. So that's 2 dead, a light wound,
Yeah.
and a shock.
That's right.
So 2 dead on 1 unit. That one.
No, 1.
2, 2, and 1.
That's it.
Well, they're getting thin.
That's it.
But they're the
And
ringers,
then,
aren't
yep. So now it's my phase.
they? But it still
and
counts as 3
phase.
Oh.
A double phase.
Another double
5,
phase.
3,
Scott.
and a chain of command.
Oh.
So the first thing I did was I activated the Herr Panzer Grenadier squad. It was reduced to 2 light machine guns and a rifleman.
Squad shooting. Hitting on 5s and 6s.
Ooh, that's not
1,
bad.
2,
That's a 5 there.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6 hits. Is that 7? 6.
7 hits.
7 hits on.
But I got that one there's cocked.
Okay. 4 and 4.
Yeah, 8 hits, 4 and 4.
Not bad. Good dice today.
Yeah,
Better
yeah.
than last game.
Yeah, yeah.
Same as usual.
Yeah,
Rifles.
blues. 1, 2.
Light cover, so
Yeah.
and that's a,
That's a shock. So 2 dead and 3 shock. Yeah, 4's
yes,
count.
4's
Yeah,
light
light
cover.
So 2 dead, 3 shock. Check the leader.
Yep. I shall roll that in here.
3. No, it's not leader.
So 2 dead, 3 shock.
Yeah. 2 dead, 3 shock.
Oh, 1 from each.
Yeah, that makes it easy, doesn't it? And now I
3
just
shock.
roll my... Oh,
2
that
shock.
other...
2 shock, wasn't it?
So after the Herr Panzer Grenadier squad fired, the next thing I did was I got the SS Panzer Grenadiers to advance towards the hedge so that they could, through this gap here, through the hedge here, fire at the British section that was huddled behind the smoke. There was a slight angle in which I could get some fire onto them. So with the movement of those SS Panzer Grenadiers completed, I ended my phase, picked up my dice and rolled for my second phase.
All right.
And that goes back to you. What are you doing, go?
2 5s, 2 2. Okay, so...
You can have 1 machine gun shooting at me.
Yep. 2 5, 2 2. Okay, so that's
I assume you're using the 2 to shoot the machine.
I'm going to use it. I might bring that leader, that senior leader, see if I can get him to run up.
You got 2 2s? Oh,
yeah,
okay. You make...
So with the 2 2s, I created a 4, and I got the SS senior leader to run forward to the SS Panzer Grenadiers, who are now at the hedge, and he ordered them to open fire on the Britishers. Okay, so with the 4, he's run up to here. He went running up and said, "You guys, open fire!" 2 machine guns, another double phase, and this is gonna. So it's going to be 16
in the open.
in the open 4s.
Yeah.
In the open.
I'll just take that away from this.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a lot. Your dice are hot today.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. So 5 on one group, 5 on the other. Oh.
Okay. As per standard.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5 dead?
That would be 5 dead.
Okay, check your leader.
You got 1 survivor.
Yeah. No, it's the leader.
Forward.
4, lightly wounded.
So that's 4 dead.
Yeah.
He'll break.
Yeah.
3. I'll just take it off.
Yep.
Team breaking is a 5, and
Yep.
the senior leader being junior leader being wounded is a 5.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
So team is a 5.
So, due to the junior leader being wounded and a team wiped out because there was still 1 Bren gunner remaining from the section, the British morale now dropped to 6. And now, really to rub salt in the wounds, and I have a chain of command dice, I will end the turn, which will result in the broken or fleeing junior leader routing off the table. So now I end the turn, and now the junior leader routes.
If you end the turn, all the smoke.
Yeah, all the smoke comes off, all the overweight, all that kind of stuff. Yep.
Well, I think the damage is already done with the
Yeah, well, let's see what
runnings
happens
and
with
the shootings.
the routing junior leader.
Routing junior leader on a 3.
3. Junior leader route on a 3 is a -2.
Yes.
Down to 4, aren't they?
Down to 4. That extra dice made a difference.
Yeah.
And I drop a dice, don't I?
Yeah. So Rowan considered that from this point forward, he was probably going to do minimal damage to me and would only suffer in more casualties. He decided to withdraw, conscious of the fact that the implications of a serious defeat could affect the morale of his platoons going forward.
There's no way you could really do it, I think.
Yeah, the thing is that the terrain is it's really close terrain. It's a real knife fight. And in a situation like this, where the Germans had superior firepower per squad.
Oh, you could 2 men
And-
2 men to see, you can fire 16 dice.
Yeah. So you got superior firepower per squad. I've got flamethrowers as an option. And you saw how much damage that did.
Yeah. I was lucky.
And then, yeah. I mean,
But that literally in one burst, you can literally wipe out one whole squad.
yeah.
Literally, and then get the junior, a whole bunch of dice. But you can't stop that.
Yeah.
Because you just need 1 chain,
Yeah.
have that behind the wall, just pop them out, and even just ambushed.
Yeah.
From there, and then see how it went. If it went bad,
Yeah.
pull back. If it didn't go bad, you stay out and do another
Yeah.
sprint.
It was going to be. It was one of these games, I think, where whoever got the initial advantage
Yeah.
was going to be able to.
Yeah.
And by initial advantage, I mean the command advantage, like double phases. Double phases, just in this one, were just brutal.
How many end of turns did we have? We had a couple of end of turns.
We're up to turn 3. Well, now 4 because I ended the turn.
Yeah.
So we had 4 turns in less amount of time than our game that we played last week.
And for the Brit, it's handy because, well, not handy, that if you've just got 1 turn, you can put enough smoke down that'll just screw things up.
Yeah.
But hey,
and the tank's driven on and gone.
where is everyone?
Where everyone going? Oh, we're out of dodge, man.
We'll pull back. But yeah, you knew I'd defend that because that is a sensible spot to defend.
Yeah.
But it would have been a hard grind for you if it wasn't. Yeah, it would have been tricky.
If I hadn't got the double phases,
Yeah.
it would have been. My other support was a flamethrower.
2 flamethrowers.
Yeah, I had 2 flamethrowers, a medic, and 2 senior leaders, and the squad.
Well, I took 2 Piats, 2
Yeah.
extra Piats.
Yeah.
thinking if you had a tiger, I could throw them out, ambush, whatever.
Keep the tiger.
Keep the tiger
Or
at bay.
panther.
Panther doesn't have heavy armour, you see, so maybe the occasional lucky side shot could be quite good.
Yeah.
This is the
well, that's
training
how
to
I've
do
killed a panther, was with a side shot.
And one extra mortar, because you'd be foolish not to have another mortar, just to throw two, you know.
Yeah,
you can cover us.
A lot of ground. You
With
can
two
cover a lot of
mortars,
smoke.
that's literally...
Yeah, so you put the platoon commander or the sergeant with the mortars,
and then you can cover
and he's your indirect fire support.
And that can...
Because it's 6 rounds of HE as well.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But and if you're losing on the losing end of a gunfight,
you can put heaps of smoke down and pull back. But what happened? What killed you was not only that I got double phases, but I rolled triple sixes. Yeah. So it was getting double phases and lifting the smoke.
It wasn't the Jock's day today, I don't think.
No.
But there you go.
It was. I mean, I thought it was going to be a real grind, but I just had the luck, man. Like 8, double phases.
I think I lost 8 and 6 is 14 lads.
Yeah, and I lost 4.
1. Yeah, 4.
There was,
we did some back there.
Oh, sorry, 2, because he got wounded. So.
Oh, you got wounded leaders to roll for,
right. Yeah. But
no, I did remember. I rolled.
But for after the combat,
he
that still counts as wounded.
But he ain't my junior leader.
I know, but well, I suppose it doesn't count.
Yeah.
But even though it still counts as wounded though, so we've got 4 to 8. Or 14, so it's, we lost a bunch.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens in this campaign.
Yeah. Let's go have sausage rolls.
Well, sausage rolls, and then we'll do paperwork after.
Yeah.
Well, the result from this engagement saw the British morale that was riding high from the last battle tumble a little bit, but there's still CO's opinion is +1 and the men's opinion is +1. For the Germans, well, Kampfgruppe Frey, they copped a bit of a bloody nose in their last engagement, and so their men's opinion has dropped to -4, so they're taking a -1, but their CO's opinion is at +1 because they were ultimately victorious in that engagement. For Kampfgruppe Weininger, they're in a better position. Their CO's opinion is at 1 and their men's opinion is at 1 also. So that is where we sit after 2 battles in the Scottish Corridor pint-sized campaign. And it's really been a story of mixed fortunes. The first game, a lot of double phases going towards the British, and in this game, the exact opposite happening, and a lot of double phases going towards the Kampfgruppe. So we'll play another game shortly, and that game again will see us returning to Kampfgruppe Frey, and their continued assault into the British Salient, and the Germans will continue to hope that they can crush the Scottish Corridor. That's all for today. Please like, share and subscribe, ding the bell, and as Ginger would say, like, share and subscribe for victory. That's all for now. Yubakwe.